Start with the foundation.
Oh boy, Nate, we got to go back and get those rocks we didn't want to get.
Juggernaut's gonna be.
Gotta have some bacon.
I think Ray was looking for 3 rock walls. One on the inside with medium to large size rocks. One on the outside with large to really large size rocks. And then a small gap in the middle filled with small to medium sized rock for the poles to rest on. Like this. Although picture, you know, maybe another big rock right here or something. If we really wanted to get into it, especially on these crotch pieces. You know, maybe another big rock there. If we really wanted to shore it up. And especially around the crotch pieces there.
Pictures of people, I need more pictures of what they're doing of the landscape itself.
We have all the materials there. For people who've done this a few times, it could go up in just a few days. But I think it's months of gathering materials.
And all these butt ends are towed in such a way that the rocks are going to keep them from kicking out until we get some weight on it.
Yep. Yeah, so maybe we need to fix that hole. When we're done, there'll be some holes we gotta fix.
Yep.
Like that
And just
one.
put some big rocks up on the
Yep.
back.
And maybe we might want to, when people get going, we want to fill that and put something underneath here.
Yeah, maybe fill this in
Yeah,
there.
fill them little holes.
With the small ones, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just like you go around doctoring this thing up.
Yep.
It actually takes about 3 days to get it to look like we've done anything.
Well, already we've...
There's structure.
Yeah. So once the rock wall is up, we put these crotch pieces in.
Is that better? That's pretty close there, so that's too long.
Still too long. How much?
Yeah. About 6 inches.
6 inches, we got it. Put that right down, right there. How are we looking for height there?
And there's 3 on each side, and it's supporting a ridge pole up here in the middle.
I guess there's enough for us. You want to cut that one off now?
And then we'll get this side settled.
Yep, so now, we know how to line that pretty good.
We had to make sure that ridge pole was fairly centered in the middle of the oval. And level. But for this whole project, Ray never asked for a tool, like a level or a hammer or anything like that. Actually, we are going to use hammers, but he never asked for a level or a measuring tape. 2 things he never asked for today. He was just kind of like, oh, just eye it out. Make it nice. Make it good or it's going to haunt you. You know, that's what he was saying. He's like, if you don't make it good now, then every time you walk into this place, you're going to be like, dang, that's really crooked. So we put the ridge pole up, we put 3 crotch pieces in, and 1 on that side temporarily as somebody held it. And then we put support poles, like braces, on these 3 to keep it from twisting. Because Ray said that he, as he was putting up the ridge pole and getting the crotch pieces, he had some twist on him and all come tumbling down and sent him diving out of here. Of course, he told that story while he was laughing. Then we put the final crotches, so there's 6 total. And lashed them up there. And then we started putting in the finger pieces. And these are the finger poles. Now we're laying down the finger poles. Once we've got the main ridge support up there, we got 3 crotch sticks on each side. Now we're putting the finger poles in. Ray calls them finger poles because it looks like interlocked fingers up at the top there. There's a view of the finger poles. Pretty much all the way done. Got that 1 gap there to fill in. Ray had me lash the 2 crotch pieces on each side, not the one that came straight out the back here. You can see right there is the one that I did not lash on there. He said just the 2 opposite each other lash, and I just asked him what kind of lashing he wanted me to do, and he just said make it so that's not ever going to move. I told him alright, but we're never going to be able to get it out. But actually we'd be able to get that out, but it's not going to move either. And now we're putting in the corner pieces. So in between the crotch pieces and the fingers, there's all these ones in the corner here that need to go down so we can get the compression ring on. And those are your longest poles. I need to get a measurement on them. We've been meaning to. Just to see what we're looking for when we start to harvest for the next one. But pretty big. These are the longest ones. The shorter ones you can get away with in between these gaps here. Once we had those up in the middle, we had to put more finger poles in here. They don't really interlace too much at the top. It's kind of just like teepee poles where you kind of weave them in a little bit. And the spacing Ray said on this was pretty good. You have to do that on both sides. And then again, long poles for that. And then we did the compression ring. And we started it. What we're doing now is we're harvesting hardwood saplings that are about thumb thickness. We're going to shave all the bark off, and that's going to be the internal compression ring.
So we're gonna lash that onto all the finger poles we've already got up. Nice thick, the thicker poles going all the way around, as well as the tripod on either end, just to hold the building together solid. So Ray said we could actually pick the whole thing up and move it once we got that on there.
We're going around and lashing these green saplings in bundles that overlap all the way around the ring to tie the whole structure together. Make it into like one big hat that's sitting together.
I like that.
Like this.
And this is basically maple, oak, beech, ash, alder, birch, some type of hardwood that's fairly flexible, saplings that have been shaved off using a sharp knife and bundled together. This one's loose, it's not tight yet, but these big bundles that I can't even fit my hand around of saplings, and they're bundled together about head height. And this is the first of 2 rings. The second ring's going to go up there about 2 feet from the top, and this one's about head height. And Ray was saying this is a big key to the shelter. Is this tension ring here? This ring's going to go all the way around. Different lashings he used on it. He told me I could use a square lashing here. He used this other lashing that I forget what it called, but he kept forgetting how to do it. So. I need to learn. But the key to his lashing was that there were fraps too, just like on a square lashing. And but he was frapping with 2 pieces of rope, and then at the end he just tied a square knot to it. And he told me to leave this spare cord here as 2 tails, because in case it loosens up, you can tighten it down even more once it drives and gets all shifted around and stuff. And then at some point, cut it clean. That's as far as we got today.
These are just filling that gap from where the finger poles are, right?
Yeah. So that we can get that ring in place.
Envision the space, you know.
It's a pretty neat space when you're done.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like it's more than comfortable for 2 people. And you got ground so you don't have to have a floor. That's worth something all by itself.
Yeah, yours is in the wet.
Mine-
Oh, so we're gonna get extra height.
Yeah, 'cause you don't have to add a floor.